Often get 4-round fights like that, do you?
I think that's one of the most exciting fights I've seen for a long time. You would never predict that. Absolutely unbelievable. Me and Steve were gripped by it, it really was.
And the most extraordinary thing was all the knockdowns right on the stroke of the bell each round. I mean, you think the fight would have been stopped at any moment.
Well, I tell you, the bell can't save you in this fight, but really the bell saved all three of them 3 times. Walker at the end of the first round, if that knockout had come 20 seconds earlier, I think the referee would have stopped it. So do the referees at ringside. Second round, that had come 20 seconds earlier, I think the referee would have stopped it. And certainly, when Fearon went down, the referee would have stopped it. But as the referee's looking in his eyes, the bell goes. I mean, I've almost lost my voice. I cannot explain how wild that was from ringside.
And the great thing was, at the start of the 4th round, you and I looked at each other, and I said, "Where's your money?" And you said, "I don't know."
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, no one would predict that. I think
it's a great win for Walker, though, isn't it? To come back from that.
To come back from that. We was talking about the first knockdown. The first knockdown, if the referee would have jumped in and stopped the fight, no one would have argued, John. They really wouldn't. But he got up. That kid's got a lot of guts and a lot of strength to be put down like that twice and get up and win the fight and finish the way he did. Walker, for me, excellent.
But I dare say he could do with a rest now.
I'd like to see him have a rest. I mean, he's had a lot of hard fights, Walker. We've shown them here, and they've been great fights. He's seldom in a bad fight. We had the fight before Christmas, a couple last year, one a couple of months ago in Dagenham. He's always in a hard fight. I'd personally, I'd like him to have a lot of time off. Maybe 2 months off. So over the summer, come back in November, something like that. Plus, I think he had to weigh in naked. Now, he's moved up from welterweight to this limit, a gain of 7 or 8 pounds. Let's hope he's not struggling at light middleweight, because he looked sensational in there when he was knocking the other guy down, but he looked in a lot of trouble when he went down, especially in the second round.
I think for a promoter, though, it must be a promoter's dream. I mean, because every fight he's in, it's action-packed and the crowd love it, so it must be a promoter's dream, David Walker.
But if he has 2 months off, what does he do when he comes back?
Well, I mean, he could go. I would like to see him go for the British title. I think there are plenty of fights out there for David Walker domestically. There's Jamie Moore, the British and Commonwealth champion. There's Adrian Stone, who's a good fighter. Takaloo, Richard Williams. The sky's the limit in terms of the domestic scene.
Yeah, there's all of those guys. There's a European belt, or there's one of the other minor world belts. Basically, I think at Christmas, David Walker could be in a very big fight.
Okay, well, that was a fantastic, less than 12 minutes of action or so. One of the people at ringside that you saw was David Hay, and you can see him on BBC television a week